Hey everybody, this is another SOMIFA playoff game, or not a playoff game, a chase for the playoffs, as the Giants at 11-4 are looking for as high a seed as possible, while the Jets at 7-6 need to win two of their last three to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
So it's a busy Saturday morning here at the Crowley household. So I don't know how long I'm going to be able to go, but I'll do this for a little bit until it's time to go. And we had a correct double team by the Giants on first down, and then a defensive tackle +1 or +7 where Devin Godcho has made the play. Let me see if I can get a hold of Michael. Again, I'm going to need help to finish this broadcast. It's kind of fun. See if Tom can make it. He has a really good team, but he's had kind of some, I don't say necessarily bad luck, but his offense hasn't been clicking. I tell him he throws the ball too much. He's not running enough, but he's got his spreadsheets that tell him throwing the ball with all of his good pass blockers. He's got a lot of sevens, 5-7, 6-7, 5-7, a couple of fives on this side, 4-5, 4-5 is the way to go. He goes to Julio Jones on 3rd and 8. He's correctly double teamed by the free safety. That's picked off and it's returned to the 32. So not a good start for the Jets. That's probably exactly how he didn't want his first series to go. So let's see what Joe can do with this turnover. All right, so 1st and 10. He's got Isaiah Crowell. This is a fun card. I love this card. I have him in another league. Screen left to Crowell. He was double teaming OJ Howard. But look at that off tackle. And you get a big long gain on 4. Incomplete on that pass to Crowell. He's not a good pass catcher, but that is a fun card, and you definitely get run calls with that card. So 2nd and 10, 32. Let's see if I can get, maybe Tim would join me. Okay, 2nd and 10. Again, Crowell in the backfield in a two tight end set. Perryman and Samuel on the outside. So he's gone 11-4 with, I wouldn't say these are bad wide receivers, but they're not the premium ones. Well, Samuel's pretty good. Perryman's got the yardage. Bomb to Brashard Perryman. Single cover. Nobody's in the zone, and it's going to be a dump off for 10 yards. So it'll be 1st and 10 to 22. Looking at that Samuel card, this is, of course, not a high priority, but let's go look at my Stratomatic 365 team. I had like 4 credits laying around, and I think it was a free agent. I need a receiver. It's kind of a cool card. All right, 1st and 10. Now he goes 3 wide with Crowell in the backfield. Tom's got that 6 nose tackle, Kenny Clark, I believe. Is that right? Yep. And Melvin Ingram on the outside. DJ Reader. That's one of the things that Tom's missing is like an impact pass rusher on the D line. But a 6'6" nose tackle is good, and a 6'8" defensive end is great. Of course you'd like to have a 6'12" 2 or something like that, but he does have I guess he doesn't. I thought he had a better linebacker to blitz with. Does not. So this is kind of like a stay-at-home defense with 4 linebackers on the outside. Maybe that's what's kind of stopped him at times. Because people can pick at those guys. You get some white die 6s against you, and you're in trouble. Perryman cannot go into the number 3 slot over Hogan. Perryman only had 16 catches.
You playing music?
No, just watching Tom's game.
Who's coming?
Tom's playing Joe. So. That's his new game, sweetheart. What do you think? It's pretty cool graphics.
This area except that town.
You don't own York?
I own all of York. I own most of the. I own all of Scottsdale.
Oh, I was supposed to.
Where do you want those?
No, I'm supposed to fire all of them here, but every time.
He's always there.
Hey!
He's posted up. I'm gonna put him up here.
Yes, but I don't. But I have to. It'll be in 15 more minutes, okay, Koji? Your chicken. Oh, give me that top. Can you text Ryder?
Yeah.
Because he had said yesterday.
10:30, right? Okay.
Text him.
Okay.
It's 10 o'clock.
Okay. All right, so it looks like that's straightened out. So he is a 5.5. Ooh, card again. Not really a good receiver card. A little confusion on the rules here. I wonder if I should chime in. Let me look at the rosters. Let's go to Giants. So he's got Gabriel. No, he can do it. He can do it. All right, so we got this straightened out. So there. So we got a hitch here to Curtis Samuel. Single covered as he's double teaming Perryman. And that goes for 2 yards. Now back to my dilemma. See, it doesn't show up that good. I guess it's not that great of a card. It is kind of a mediocre card. It looked better when I look at it in the game. But it's not max anywhere. It does have the nice yardage on the top. So anyway, we'll worry about my strat 365 team later. It's a run call. Curl to Curtis Samuel, but 4 men are in the zone. It's nearly a pick. 2 through 5, 11, and 12. Let's see. So I'm going to have to leave this silent at times as I go do my honeydews, but we'll see how long I can ride it here. And I got to pick up my son in a little bit. Third and 8. End run. He's running at this 0 run containment. He's going to pick up 8 yards if he gets a 2 or 3 on the white die, and he does. White die's a 2. So he needed to get, first of all, he needed to get a 2 or 3 on the white die to even get the guessed wrong column. If it would have been a 1, it would have been -6. So that should have been a tip off to me right away that it was on guessed wrong, that it was either a 2 or 3. And when you run at the 0, you break containment. So this will be a silent broadcast at some point. But you can watch the game, see how it goes. The good stuff. First and 10 at the Jet 12. How many of those end runs does Trubisky have? He's got 4 more, so it's kind of a useful card there if you think about it. Very Russell Wilson-esque on the end run. Passing card's not, it's very good flat. A little bit higher picks on the bombs. And I missed the 5-yard pickup because I was looking around. It was probably a run to one of the running backs. Could have been a flat pass too, I guess. See, does Trubisky have a +5 here? Yeah, so it could have been a 7 on a flat pass. Sometimes the cards will skip if you're not focused as a spectator. So 2nd and 5, a disaster start for the Jets as they throw a pick on 3rd down and long. Correct double team by Joe, and he drives it down inside the 5, or inside the 10-yard line. He's now at the 7, 2nd and 5. 3-4 not showing blitz. C.J. Anderson joins Isaiah Crowell in the full house backfield. Eifert's the blocking back. It's going to be off tackle left to Crowell. Guessed wrong, but stuffed. 2-minute zone. So 3rd and 7. He started the drive at the 32, and he's already picked up 1 3rd and long. Let's see if he can do it again. He goes with C.J. Anderson. He's got a pretty nifty card. He's only unlimited in the first half, though. I believe. It's actually not noted here, so maybe he's. Oh, he's running. He's probably unlimited in the second half, but he's running in here because he's inside the 9. Anybody can run inside the 9, according to the rules. So he can also go in run Trubisky, short pass. I think he's showing this formation to get Tom to call run, and he'll throw a pass probably to O.J. Howard or Tyler Eifert. Tom goes 3-3-5, so he can call run, put the free safety on the line, and that's what he did. Down and out to C.J. Anderson, covered by a 4. Receiver reading wrong, incomplete. So if he would have gone to one of those tight ends, that would have been a touchdown. O.J. Howard's max guest run on short pass. So 3-0. And the Jets will start again at their own 25. In a critical game for them. Let's look at this SOMIFA standings as of last night. So we got the Giants at 11-4. They can get up to 12-4 and tie the Steelers. Who knows how the tiebreakers will go? But they have a chance for the number 2 seed. Jets are fighting for their playoff lives. Off tackle right to or left to Gore, +2. McCaffrey in the game with Trey Madden as the blocking back. Look at the off defensive line that Joe has. 6-12-1, 5-3, 5-6, 5-12-4. So 2 stud defensive ends. Inside run to McCaffrey, guessed wrong. Gonna go the dreaded 5, and that's going nowhere. 3rd and 8. This was exactly the down and distance where Joe doubled Julio Jones and was picked off. Joe only has a 4 free safety. Coach Monscombe. All right, so I'm going to let this go after this play. Bomb to Allen Robinson. Nobody's in the zone. Guessed right, though, and it's incomplete. So 2 3-and-outs. Well, 1 3-and-out, 1 pick. As the Jet offense continues to struggle. But their defense did well, stopping the Giants from scoring. Tom noted before the game that, so look at this. Exit out. That Joe had a very good red zone efficiency numbers. Thought we were past this with a thing crash, because that's not going to do. Short gain off tackle left to Crowell. I must have missed a big play earlier. Or maybe it was a big punt return. Probably a big punt return. Maybe that's when it crashes. Let's look at this box score. Yeah, he had a 31-yard punt return. That got him into territory of a short gain to Crowell. So 1st and 10 to 33. Already he's down there in field goal range. We're right at the edge of field goal range. Screen right to Crowell. It's going to lose yardage. And there's an injury. Mackenzie Alexander gets banged up. Only until the end of the first half. He's a nickel back 4, so no big deal. Tom probably has a couple of those ready to jump in place of him. And he does. Malcolm Butler comes into the game. Second and 11. See, I don't know if I like going 3 wide here. You want to make sure you get yourself in good field goal range. Let's take out the Giants kicker. 2 through 6 and 12 up to the 37. Maybe he'll try to run it inside here. There's Eli Harold coming into the game as Tom's pass rusher. Curl to Curtis Samuels. Tom was thinking the same thing, that he was going to run it, and he keyed him, so it was guessed wrong, but he went to Samuel and did not hit a big number. That hurt Samuel's chances of being picked up by my Strat 365 team. So I know it's super important to everybody. Okay, 3rd and 11. Tom would feel good if he can stop. He has 2 bad breaks. He's got the pick and he's got the long punt return. So if he can hold them here to either a field goal or nothing, a missed long field goal attempt, that would be huge. You get breaks if you don't take advantage of it. It kind of gives the other team some encouragement, because they'll wind up getting their own breaks at some point in the game. Sideline right to Hogan, throwing at a 4, linebacker, defender -2, and he lost yardage. Nice stand there again by Tom's defense. Joe Hayden is a 5 on the coverage. It wouldn't have been a dump off. There's no D on the D die, so he's going to try a long field goal. Again, 2 through 6 and 12 if he stays under 37, and it's good. So Joe still gets points out of it, but I think Tom has to feel good that he's within a touchdown. Quick out right to Ertz. Second and 4 after a 6-yard pickup on the flat pass. Three-yard gain on a guessed wrong run. See, if he would have busted off a long gain there on one of the edges, that would have been huge. 3rd and 1, though. Tom's got good run blocking up front. 5-6-5, 4-5 with a 5 fullback. Good guess wrong receivers if you try to key on them and ignore the pass. Joe's got a couple outside linebackers. One's a 4, one's a 5. Squaring down Robinson. There's a 6 there, but hits the receiver guard +7. That's the Jets' first down of the game. This is Tom's preferred formation. 2 tight end sets with Mark Andrews, Zach Ertz as the tight end. Both of them are excellent, and Ertz has got receptions on double teams. Defensive end +1 or +5. Cam Jordan makes the play. And Mark Andrews has a really nice card as a receiver. No double teams, but he'll have double teams next year. I guarantee that. Tackle left to McCaffrey's going to bust it up for 17 yards as he gets a white die 6 going against the defensive tackle 5. And the Jets lost Eric Reed. But again, he doesn't have a replacement. I was going to say he probably has a strong safety to replace him, but he doesn't. He's got Terrell Edmonds in there who's a 0. So Zach Ertz could be ready to be the recipient of some long pass attempts at some point. Down to the 41 of the Giants. Or in the game. 2 tight end set. And Luck's card's better than Trubisky's, on the whole. I'll tackle left to Gore. And that's going to go nowhere. 1 yard gain. Thanks to. Now there's the white die six that hurt him. The white die six helped him on the last play, and now it hurt him. All right, Tom's going to take a break. We're going to go silent for a little bit, maybe. Bye.
No, what time I come
All right, so what's happened since I left? It looks like Tom's drive ended with no points. Oh, he turned it over on downs. He had a 9-play, 38-yard drive that ended at the Giants' 37. And he was complaining about his running game, so I bet you he ran, guessed wrong, and hit the D card. Slant to Tyler Eifert, a must run to Mitch Trubisky, and the biscuit takes it down to the 24. And now the Giants are in field goal range. They go full house. This is always tricky. Will he throw a short pass to O.J. Howard, or will he actually run the ball? Knowing that he has, he goes with the sneak. Tom thinking he's going to throw it too. 2-yard pickup by the biscuit, and that's 3 runs for 19 yards for Mitch Trubisky. 6-0 Giants. 11:24 to go in the first half. Off tackle right to Isaiah Crowell. He needs help from the guard, and that's a 6 over there. Shaq Mason throws a nice block and opens the hole for Mr. Crowell. 2nd and 3 down to the 15. If Joe gets a touchdown here, that's a 2-score lead. Well, no matter what, he's going to have a 2-score lead, but you'd like to cap it with a touchdown. Oh, there's 2 men in zone. It goes in the D card just like Tom wanted, and it hits the blank, but he actually had a chance for a completion thanks to the 9. What was it, 5 years ago that Ed redid the generic cards and added that receiver reading, even with 2 men in zone? That's certainly come into play in our leagues. 3rd and 3. That was put in there to help the completion percentage, and especially in online play, since that's where the generic cards are used mostly. 3rd and 3, C.J. Anderson in the game. Again, a nice, if Tom can stop him here to hold him to a field goal and drive for a touchdown of his own, he's down 2 points. Pitch out left, guessed wrong. And it hits the D cards, but it hits a big number, plus 12 with nobody in the zone. It's going to be 1st and goal to 3. This will be tough to stop. If Tom had plugged, that would have been -2, but you can't. It's hard to give up the flats on 3rd and less than 5. First and goal to 3. Off tackle left to Crowell, being correctly double teamed. He's going to lose 2 yards. Oh, so now Tom's got a shot to plug this up. He needs 2 more good calls. Are we stuck here, or are they just not hitting the button? I don't think we're crashed, but could be wrong. Man, I don't know. I don't know what's going on here. Broadcast seems to be going okay. Oh, it did crash. So let me get out. Actually, let me let's get back in again. So what do we got? We got second and goal to 5. And we're still taking a long time. Double team correctly. That takes away the must runs. So third and goal. So never give up, man. He was down to the 3. Tom's been plugging. Double teaming correctly. Big play here. And remember, Trubisky's got a couple more in runs in him, too. And run left to Trubisky. So Tom was thinking what I was thinking. He's going to try to in run again. And he stops the drive. So 3 drives, 3 field goals for the Jets. They go inside the red zone. Joe says, good call. Let's look at that ball possession. So we got field goal, field goal, field goal for the Giants. The Jets went interception, punt. Remember, they got that long return and then downs. So let's see what they can do here. If they, like I said, go down, get a touchdown, it's game on. Real life disturbance. Okay. Too many real life disturbances. The pace of this game is crawling. Fine. If you force me to go look at my Strat 365 team. The transactions. So who do I have that I would want to drop? Mike Williams, cut Fuller. Oh, he's back. Good. I can worry about that later. Now we go to blocking back halfback set. Guessed wrong bomb, incomplete. That would have been a nice chance there. He goes to moves Mark Andrews in there instead of Trey Madden. Square out right to Julio Jones. Guessed right, hits the interception split. Now we're back to third and long. That's tough. You know, you get a guess wrong bomb that if you would have hit it, could have changed, flipped the field at the very least. Maybe change the game around. Then incompletion on second down. He needs a big third down pickup here. And we talked about the defensive ends that the Giants have. They also have Luke Kuechly, so it's tough to run on third down, trying to break contain. You're not going to do that against the six. So he'll definitely be looking to throw, maybe hoping to get a dump off, perhaps, or to hit a guess right reading on Luck's card, which is pretty, he's got a pretty good card. Down and out to McCaffrey, and boom, there comes Daniel Hunter, I think. Yep. 7-yard sack. He was actually benefited because he's an asterisk pass rusher, and it was looking for the halfback. We talked about that on the last broadcast. Got to be careful throwing to the backside of the backfield because if they're called on the block, and another 31-yard return. Oh my stars and garters. So a lot of bad breaks for the Jets, but they're maintaining thanks to their defense. This is not a blowout, which it could have been. If those three drives by the Giants would have been touchdowns, it'd be 21-0 right now, and it'd be all over but the crying. But Tom's played good defense. He has a good defensive team, and he's hoping to hold the Giants to no points or at the very least a field goal attempt. 2nd and 10 at the 40, 6:18 to go in the half. Trubisky's been pretty crappy, 5 of 12 for 22 yards. But because of the punt returns, he's gotten good field position and picked up a few first downs, one with his feet. And the Giants have gotten points there. The upside is they've gotten points in all of their first drives. The downside is they should have gotten more points. Inside to Crowell, and there's a short gain for 18 yards. So the running game's been carrying the Giants. 9 for 55 so far for Crowell. So he's hit his short gains. I told you that card's a lot of fun to play with, a lot of fun to coach with. It's funny they put that plus 62 on an end run because you're never going to hit that, because you're never going to run end run with that, with these juicy line book and off tackle columns. Off tackle left to Crowell, guessed right this time. Oh, and he needed help from the guard, and he got it from Will Hernandez, who's only a 4-run blocker. Second and 3, down to the 15. Giants looking to go up 16 with a touchdown. Off tackle left to Crowell, nobody's there, guessed wrong. But the offensive onside end, who's Tyler Eifert, is only a 4, and that was a white die 5 that time. 3rd and 3, another big third down here. He brings in C.J. Anderson, which has been his habit. Anderson had that great run with the Rams last year, taking them to the Super Bowl. An end run to Anderson is my prediction. He goes off tackle, left to Anderson. Guess wrong. He needs help from the guard again. He doesn't get it this time. Will Hernandez falls short. That brings up a 4th and 1. Now, what do you do if you're Joe? Do you settle for another field goal? 4 drives, 4 field goals? Or do you press the issue, go full house, and try to ram it up the middle for a first down? Decisions. House money looks like he's on the field. 3:54 to go in the half. But Joe's got to be disappointed if he settles for 4 field goals. He's going to do it. So good job by Tom, minimizing the damage. Nary a touchdown for the Giants. All he needs is one big play to get back in the game. But that's kind of a cool ball possession chart. Check it out. 9 plays, 23 yards, field goal. 5 plays, 9 yards, field goal. 13 plays, 56 yards, field goal. 6 plays, 27 yards, field goal. So the Jets defense have been playing bend, don't break. Well, the Giants defense have just been playing no soup for you. Pitch out right to Gore, guessed wrong. And that's a short gain. That's what Tom needed. Get his offense moving. It's Frank Gore time. McCaffrey's kind of chunky. He will not be chunky next year. I wouldn't say necessarily chunky, but I've seen Tom hit those +2s and Georgia 5s that have stalled out drives. Off tackle left to McCaffrey, 6 yards. You see, you run more. You know, I know it's tough, especially when you're down, but you got to stick with that run. And Joe's one to not call a lot of run, especially when he's leading. He's just going to let his defensive line do the work. Second and 4. Again, the Jets put a good drive here, 12-7. You're great. You're doing really, really happy. Quick start to Zach Ertz. Gets exactly what he needed, 4 yards and a first down. The Giants will get the ball first in the second half. The offense takes a timeout. Tom looking to conserve clock. Frank Gore back in the game. Look for another run. End run maybe to him. It's a nice call. Joe's not calling the run, so you don't have to worry about those negatives. Of course, Joe's a good coach, and if he sees you keep taking it, he'll switch it up. He goes to a pass to Julio Jones. And now down goes Andrew Luck. This time, it's Daniel Hunter again, even though it was reassigned to Matt Milano. So that's the one area that the matchup that doesn't favor Tom at all is the Daniel Hunter against Juwan James. It's a 64% chance of a sack, 11 against a 5. And he was in a 2 tight end set, and the blocking back would be a little bit less than that. He goes 3 wide, 2nd and 16. That's exactly what Joe needed. So that's why he doesn't call run. Just calls pass, waits for you to go back to that short pass and takes advantage of his strong defensive ends. Got to stick with the run. Tom's not running here, though. Fly to Julio Jones. 2-minute zone after the double cover. And it'd be 3rd and 16. So it looks like the Jets will go the half without any points. That was a white die 5, and he had pulled back the extra DB So that would have put him in a 4 in the zone. If he had thrown it to somebody other than Julio, that would have been a long game. But ifs and buts and candy and nuts. I hope you had a Merry Christmas. 3rd and 16. Mark Andrews in the game. And that's a tough thing too. Andrews is great as a receiver, but if the asterisk reading comes up against Andrews, that's going to give it gives Joe another good chance of a sack, even if he's not targeting Andrews. Simply because he's a 0 pass blocker. Third and 16. Jets on their own 43. They had taken it to close to midfield. Rushing better than Allen Robinson. It's going to pick up 11. Ooh, juicy situation here. 4th and 5. Down 12-0. If you don't get the first down, you're giving the Giants great field goal position. But there has to be a time where you say, I got to go for it. See, this is what I'm talking about. It did go to the asterisk pass rush reading. Went to Daniel Hunter. He's reduced to a 2 because of the formation, him being in a shotgun. But there was still a 55% chance of a sack. The random was a 77. So a little bit of a let off there for Tom. But brings up 4th and 5, and he's thinking about going for it. Hold on, Timmy's at the door. I got it. Yep. My other crew. Coach, you look at my new thing.
Wow, that's a nice Seahawk jacket.
Yeah, you like it? Mom got it for me for Christmas. All right, I'm back. I got my delivery of my new Seahawk thing. Let's look at the ball position. What did I miss? So again, Tom went for it on that 4th down and missed, but he forced the Giants to go 3 and out. So no damage done as far as giving it points, but he didn't get any points himself. And last gasp saloon, they've got 1 timeout left and 37 seconds to go. So I'll show you my new Seahawk. Let's go with the, how do I do this? Like this? This is my new Seahawk jacket. Check it out. All right, go Hawks. I'm ready for tomorrow. All right, I'll go back to sharing screen. Wait a minute, stop screen. No, I'm gonna go like this. There we go. So 5 yards, and it was be 1st and 10 at a 31. Hold on, I left my coffee over there. I'll be right back. Actually, I won't be right back. I'll go grab it at the break. So kind of a disjointed broadcast, just like the game's been a little bit disjointed for the Jets, at least the Jets offense. McCaffrey down to 13 unfatigued carries. He's got those big hitters, man. Try to hit an edge. Off tackle. Line buck, get a long gain. Pitch out right. And he's trying to hit a long game, but also conserve time. But let's look at McCaffrey's card. Poor Devonta Freeman. He's been relegated to never seeing the field. But if Tom actually loses this game, that's going to force him to have to go 2-0 to make the mini playoffs, which is not what he was hoping with this team. No, takes McCaffrey out. But McCaffrey on an end run. Oh, he's got the 45 on 11. That's what he was doing that. Or a long gain on 2. Going to more extreme measures with the fullback 4 wide. Hoping to hit a luck long gain. Guessed right, maybe. He does go to DJ Moore in a bomb. Incomplete. 6 of 14 for 35 yards for luck. That and 1 pick. That has got to be like a 20 quarterback rating. Let's look at it. 20.5. Not good. And Trubisky hasn't been much better. 6 of 14. Same exact completion percentage, but look at the yards per attempt. 2 and 2.5. That's 2 good defensive teams, two good defensive coaches. The only thing that's saving Mitch is he hasn't thrown a pick. 3rd and 5, 15 seconds left. Crossing boundary to Cup, 3-minute zone, and it's a sack. to the muster on hitting the worst possible result. Give the sack to Larry Ogunjobi. 4th and 5. 8 seconds left. He'll punt, and barring another long return, I think Joe will take a knee. 38-yard punt, goes out of bounds. Tom not taking any chances. They'll take over at the 36, take a knee, and get the ball first in the second half. Oh no, forget about taking a knee. He says, I'm going for it. He's used all of Crowell's carries up except for 3, all of his unfatigued carries, but he could easily try. He has a couple, he's got big numbers on Snake Eyes, and he's got the long gain on 4. But if you were going to do that, you might set it up to be a standard formation because you need to hit 2 or 3 on the white die to even go on the guest run column. We'll see what he does. Tom goes 3-2-6, guarding against the bomb. So I think you will see a line buck to Crowell here, hoping to hit this long gain 4. But again, you'd have to hit long gain and hit a big edge number on the long gain to get points. Most likelihood, even if you hit the long gain, you're going to hit one of the middle numbers, and the half's going to run out. No penalties in SOMIFA. But he's going for a bomb to Perryman. And he was correctly double teamed, 2-man in zone, so no threat. So let me go grab my coffee now. The halftime's here. Okay, so looks like they went right into it. No break in the second half. Par for the course for my offense. 5 straight games under 20 points. Now looking at 6. Tough dice, I guess. Ready? Yes. So that's where we're at. We had for one first down on a pass down and out to C.J. Anderson out to the 36. Obviously, it was the 7 roll on Trubisky's card, and now it's 2nd and 10. Anderson is now unlimited in the second half, and he's got 10 carries. Slant to O.J. Howard against the run call. There's an 18-yarder. Finally goes to O.J. Gets his 2nd reception of the day. Well, he went to O.J. on the previous play, too, but it was incomplete. Nice tight end to have. Max. Guessed wrong, short pass. Bomb to Brashard Perryman. Guessed right. 0 min in zone. Dump off for 4 yards. Melvin Ingram 7 against Eric Fisher 7. So both quarterbacks had a pretty shaky first half. Trubisky is heating up a bit, just outside of field goal range. One more first down for them to be in field goal range. Again, Anderson has those great short gains off tackle, in run, and line block, so he can run it in any column. Not much of a pass receiver, I don't think. He can catch a short pass. Byproduct of being in the Rams offense from 2018, off tackle left to Anderson. Guessed wrong, nobody's in the zone. 6-yard pickup, and that's a first down. So 1st and 10 to 36. So this has been what the Giants have done. They've driven down, gotten inside field goal range, and then their drives have stalled. 4 field goals on their first 4 possessions, and then they had a punt after they went 3 and out. And Tom's gone interception, punt, downs, and then a punt at the end. Pitch out left, Anderson guessed right, picks up 3, even guessed right and run. You have those 2 negative numbers, but you still got some decent positive gain chances. That 9 is a short gain, plus 5 on 6. 2nd and 7, down to the 33. Let's look at the SOMIFA schedule. Sometimes I guess you overestimate your teams, but I think one thing that's been unique about SOMIFA this year is there's so many teams that are very, very good. We have 15 teams in contention for the playoffs. Short pass to Eifert, guessed right, 3 min in zone, hits a receiver reading, and now you're in house money range for sure. But of course, Joe wants to catch one of these drives in for a touchdown. So if the Jets lose, they have the Chiefs, the team that Lawrence put together that now is coached by Michael Reeves, and the Rams, who are sitting in first place as the number 1 seed, and Wayne Unruh's the coach. Inside run to Anderson, guessed right. It's going to get stuffed for a 1-yard loss. I think more importantly than the points that Joe gets on this drive is the amount of time he's used. Time is probably Tom's biggest enemy right now, especially if he goes down 3 scores. He's already down 2 scores. If he can hold him to a field goal here, it'll only be 2 scores, 2 touchdowns, and a 2-point conversion, which is doable. But if he gets a touchdown here, that's 3 scores. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Crowell's back in the game. He's got 2 unfatigued carries left. Off tackle left to Crowell. Guessed wrong. Nobody's in the zone. And there's another Will Hernandez picking up the block. White die 4, and he made the block. So that breaks contained. It'll be 3rd and 4 at the 13. Look for Anderson to come back in, and either a short pass to one of the tight ends or an end run to CJ. If you guess him wrong, he's got all those +5s and +6s around the end as well as the short gains. No, he goes 3 wide. He says, forget you, Dennis. I'm trusting the biscuit with his great short passing or flat passing card. Or maybe he'll run it with Anderson. But again, you got McKinney there with a 6 run contain, so I don't think you're running it. Maybe he's hard for me to believe that there's not a better option as a pass catcher, even if he goes with a fullback set. but we'll see. Third and 4. Yeah, I don't like this because you don't have to worry about containment. Yeah, never mind about McKinney being a 6. It's third and 4. So I guess you could run it. But I prefer to have a standard set where you're not going to be hit the white die 1 penalty. Taylor Gabriel's actually in the game this time. Tom getting upset for no reason. He is in the game as a flanker, so hitch to Curtis Samuel. Going to pick up exactly 4. That'll add to Tom's frustration. First and goal at the 9. He goes to a full house. Tom not happy with his rushing performance, but he's run the ball 13 times, thrown it 14 times. That's pretty balanced. Better than the last game where he ran it a total of 11 times with McCaffrey, and that's it. I believe. Let me look at that. $11 rushes by McCaffrey, 6 for Core, so 17 rushes and 45 passes. So yeah, this is definitely a much better balance this time. Problem is, yeah, he's getting bad rolls. Only 1 run call guessed correctly against me and nobody in the zone at all. You still got to stick with it, especially when you have those big numbers. I'll take a left to Anderson. Guessed right, it's going to lose 2 yards. That's going to take him outside of the. Is there a name for inside the 10? In Strat, inside the 10, you can't throw flat passes, so it's significant. Now we can go back to Anderson and have the threat of a guessed wrong flat pass that can get you 11 yards. Again, if Tom can somehow hold on and hold him to a field goal again, then we're in good. He's in good shape to still have a chance this game. Inside run to Anderson, guessed wrong. Does not hit the short gain, only gets a yard. Blocking back +3 or +1. There's no blocking back in that formation. So third and goal at the 10. Even better for Tom would be an interception here, which could happen. Get a correct double team, but watch out. He stayed standard. Look at that end run column. So you're on the horns of a dilemma there. You call run to stop the end run, and you get the Trubisky short pass, guessed wrong result. This is where your bread is buttered, making these correct calls on third down. Taking his time. Big call. Now, because you're at the 10, I think containment's still in effect. So Tom could drop the free safety over here. Use this guy to double team Samuel. Slant to Howard, single cover, 3-man zone. Guessed right though. Incomplete. So Tom chose correctly. It'll be another field goal for the Giants. So 15-0. Tom's only down 2 scores. Let's see what he does. Goes to the pass or does he run? Pitch out right to McCaffrey. That's just going to add to Tom's frustration. -2. He's got that long game on 11. Guessed wrong. It's got to come up at some point, right? I'm sorry, it's a +45 on 11. 2nd and 12. But you get in these situations and you just start throwing, especially against those defensive ends, you're going to get sacked. You know, that Hunter matchup against Juwan James. 60% out of this formation. Down and out to McCaffrey. There's an 11-yard pickup. Andrew Luck. Now 7 for 15 for 46 yards with 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. That ain't good, folks. But Joe does concentrate on stopping the run, or stopping the pass, I should say. Let's see what Tom does here. Slant to Zach Ertz. And there it goes. Down goes Luck. You gotta run it. He was plugging, but Trey Madden has a 0 as a blocking back. Cam Jordan's the Astros pass rusher. Him or Hunter. And it'll be another 3 and out. Well, that's just the way it's gone so far for the Jets. Of course, maybe it was another big return because it crashed. Don't like that. Oh, that's a weird animation. I am keeping track. I thought it was pretty much 1-to-1. But I guess I shouldn't say anything. It's easy to second guess when something goes wrong. That would have been a run called by Joe and a long gain by the receiver. That would have been something else. Off tackle left to C.J. Anderson's going to pick up 8 instead of the block of Eric Fisher. Again, more importantly, 4:30 to go and a half. If he drives down and gets another field goal, that's going to make it really tough to come back. 3 scores in less than, say, 12 minutes or 15 minutes, depending on how long the drive takes. Nothing that Joe would like better than to use up 5-6 minutes of time. Off tackle left, guess wrong again. The guard only gets 2, but that's enough for the first down. Will Hernandez misses the block. Like I said, this has been, and you know what's funny about this whole thing is Tom had me. You know, we played each other. I finished 9-7, but Tom had me on the ropes in my game against him. And if those had been flipped, it would have been me at 8-8 and him at probably 9-7. I'm not saying Tom's going to finish 8-8, but Jordan Wilkins makes an appearance. Mighty Jordan Wilkins. He's got a decent card, guess wrong. Guess right, he's terrible, but let's look at that game. He had me. I was down 17-3. I cut it to 17-10, but he was driving. Off tackle left, and Wilkins picks up 5. He was driving down. He was inside the 20, and I picked off a pass and returned it 98 yards for a touchdown to tie it. If he just had ran it there, kicked a field goal, he would have been up 2 scores, and I couldn't move the ball in this defense. Then he drove down again, and I got another pick 6, 68 yards by Tyrann Mathieu, and that basically ended the game. Where he's put him under a lot of pressure and ended with a late field goal after he went for it on and missed on downs. But I've had similar frustrations to Tom this year with my offense and my defense. I seem to not be able to get the key stops. But like I said, it's just because there's so many teams that are just right in there. Like, look at this. This inside run to Wilkins being correctly keyed here. That loses 2, 3rd and 7. But I'll bring up the SOMIFA standings again. But there's literally 15 teams in contention for the playoffs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That's as of now. The Jets will, they can still win this game. Get a stop here. You're still only down 2 touchdowns and a 2-point conversion. Wilkins' problem is a high fumble number. That was the year of living dangerously. Why did you even go to him? Stick with Anderson and Corral until they're totally out. Screen right to Anderson. Guessed right. Linebacker zone +1 or +6. Gets 6, but I'm sure that he'll punt here. No reason to give Tom a short field. Tom could use a long punt return. Let's see who his guys are. Hey, bud. So down to the 15. I still say you got time to run the ball. No reason to go pass happy here, especially against those pass rushers. Quick out right to Andrews, 2-minute zone. Nice plug there or fill there by Joe. 2nd and 8 to 17. It gets frustrating when you're running and you keep hitting the D card in the key spots. Tom's got 16 minutes to save his season, and he needs 16 points to do so. Inside run to McCaffrey, guess wrong, and Another dreaded 5. Oh, man. That is not doing much to support my argument that you still need to run the ball. 12 runs for 39 yards for McCaffrey. Don't worry, Tom. Next year he'll be a beast. 3rd and 8. 36 seconds to go in the third quarter. Tom does not want to go 3 and out again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 series so far. Oh, he gets a must run for 9 yards. There's a first down. That's all you needed. Just needed one to get going. It would have been another dreaded 5 if he had tried to run it. Gore's in the game. I have a feeling Tom will run the ball. Just get those chains moving. Get the short gains on Gore's card. Maybe hit a big one on McCaffrey's card. Quick out left to Andrews. That's a 9-yard pickup. So it's a good thing he wasn't running there, like I said. 14:24 to go in the game. 2nd and 1. Now in these spots, man, just run it. Just to get yourself a first down without a sack. That we've seen that a couple times where he's had 3rd and short or 2nd and short, and he's passed it, and those Daniel Hunters come in there and mess things up. Or Cam Jordan. There you go. Off tackle left to McCaffrey. Gets a yard, but you get a first down, and the chains move. So 2 first downs on this drive. First and 10. Bomb to Robinson. Incomplete. A run call would have got a plus 31 there. 2nd and long. So we're into the 4th quarter, and Luck has 57 passing yards. Again, not good. Another short pass. Defender extra short game, incomplete. Now you're in 3rd and long. Needs another key pickup here. That's some nice targets. Allen Robinson, Julio Jones, Cooper Kupp, Zach Ertz, Christian McCaffrey. Joe was 13 minutes away from finishing 12 and 4, and at least tied for one of those top 2 seeds. Ooh, 9-yard dump off on 3rd and 10. Got to go for it here. Got to go for it. He goes with the old Trey Madden. Last time he did this, I think it was the 3rd and 1. Joe Guest pass, brought his linebackers down, and it was a reading on blocking back versus the Astros pass rusher. And Trey Madden couldn't hold back Cam Jordan. So 4th and 1. Line book or off tackle? It's a line book. Oh man, what a break. Defensive right tackle -1 or +9, and it was a white dice 6 that allowed him to break free from David Godchau's grasps. He had him stopped in the backfield, but he let him go. That's getting it by the skin of your teeth. 12 minutes to go. You get a touchdown here, you got a chance. Tom complaining about McCaffrey. Joe says trade him to me. All right, I'm going to let it go silent here while I go pick up my kid. I'll be back. All right, I'm back. It looks like it's all over but the crying here, as the Giants went up 22-0. Tom's defense finally could no longer hold them to just a field goal on one of the drives, and this has to be a disappointing way to end the season, or not to end the season, to shouldn't say end the season. He still can go 2-0 and get in the mini playoffs, and then kick my butt and knock me out. But to end the game, I'm sure he didn't want to have this kind of offensive performance. Luck 16-30. Hey, he hits a long game. Very nice. So they will not be shut out. So that's better. Better way to end it. Tom with a sarcastic yay. Koji, come on.
Yeah?
You need to go get out the computer, take out your sweet thing. No, bring that thing over here. Whatever you need. All right, everybody, that's the game. So Tom goes to 7-7. It's got to go 2-0 now to finish it up and make the mini playoffs. So shut this down. Thanks for watching.